Welcome to MicroCap Manifesto Module 2, your 3 strategies and 5 filters away from greatness. The biggest key to success when you're investing in microcaps is to pick the right company. If you want to win racing cars, you have to have the right car. It can't break down, run out of fuel, or go so slowly you never make it across the finish line. So in talking about our 3 strategies, the first one has to be finding the right company, which I've distilled down to 5 critical filters. If they don't make it past my filters, they're discarded immediately. And that includes an overall sniff test to determine if the company really is what they say they are, with open and honest management that's willing to communicate with me. No matter how much potential a company may have, you cannot do business with people you can't trust. And I learned that lesson the hard way early on and have never forgotten it. But all that is after I've gotten to the personal investigation stage. Most potential companies are eliminated right off the bat by not making it past the 5 filters, so those are important. The second strategy is to get in at the right price. In other words, dirt cheap. The real way to value a company is not by the stock price, but by its valuation. When people talk about Apple or Tesla being a trillion-dollar company, what are they referring to? Is it their annual sales? Is it the total value of everything the company owns? No, it's none of those. It's their market valuation. That's the value the stock market has put on the company, and it's calculated by taking all the shares outstanding multiplied by the stock price. So for example, if Tesla has 1 billion shares outstanding at $1,000 per share, like it did for most of 2021, that's a $1 trillion valuation, or 1 billion times 1,000. Most heavily traded stocks are valued at 5 billion or more, but by then it's too late to make really outrageous returns. And outrageous returns are what we're shooting for. So we like to invest in companies with valuations less than 100 million and sometimes a lot less. My favorite microcap for all of 2022, for example, only had a valuation of around 20 million. That leaves us some potentially huge upside. Think about it. If this company just turns into a smallish mid-cap with a valuation of, say, 2 billion, that's 100 times the size it is today. That turns a $10,000 investment into an incredible $1 million. Can you see why I like these things so much? It's our best shot at true generational wealth, which I define as so much money you can't spend it in your lifetime because you built a portfolio that continues to grow for future generations. That kind of wealth can do a lot of good for the people in your family and your broader circle. Now, when these things finally get traction and take off, I want it to be a really big deal, so I don't invest just $10,000. I put hundreds of thousands and sometimes over $1 million into a single company. And so do some of our subscribers who have already had big wins. The beauty of this system is your first couple of victories can fuel all your future investments. So with that kind of money and share count working for you, when these stocks take off, it's absolutely mind-bending. If you've had that experience once, you'll never forget it. After a lifetime of saving and investing, your net worth can double or triple in a week, leaving your head spinning with disbelief and gratitude. The third big trick is having the patience to see these companies grow into their true potential. Yes, that might take 2 to 5 years, but goodness, the potential returns are so outrageous that it's actually a pretty short amount of time for how much one of these stocks can change your life. And that means the rest of your life. Hopefully that's a lot of years of financial freedom and with the enjoyment that comes with it. But if you get impatient and pull your money out right before the stock takes off, you'll be kicking yourself forever. The good news is I make it my job to provide the information you need to hang in there. And don't worry, if something changes materially toward the downside, I'll tell you when to get out as well. So that's it. Buy the right companies at the right price and hold on. Those are your 3 strategies right there. The first trick is finding the right companies, and that's what my 5 filters are designed to do. I'll show you what those 5 filters are and why they're so critically important to your wealth potential starting in our next module.